What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Trinity Wolf, and yes, we are finally back. As you can tell, I can make videos again because my iPad is now finally fixed. That's what was causing the huge delay, and then also just due to the fact that I was just really sick of this format. Just droll format is literally the worst. But today, I will be showing my updated deck hero profile. Since it's literally been 4 weeks since we've last uploaded a hero deck profile. We went undefeated at my locals, even in this droll format. It's still very possible, and I think this build is probably what I'm going to do for regionals upcoming this weekend. And well, without further ado, if you're new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and also just want to say one more thing. Even though I've been gone for pretty much 3 weeks since my last video upload, which was, you know, my hero box opening. The numbers were still, I was still getting more subscribers, so I really appreciate all of you guys. We are back in business, making videos, and without further ado, you guys, let's get into this deck profile. All right, you guys, let's get this started. So, of course, we're going to be doing 3 copies of Vision Hero Ferris, 2 copies of Vision Hero Vion, and then I know a lot of people are going back to 2, but I'm still doing 1 copy of Vision Hero Increase. I'm sorry, for me, I just can't do it. The day I start having 2 Increase in my hand, I'm going to lose it. So I'd rather just have the 1, see it in my hand, and just deal with it. So I still really just like playing 1 Increase, you guys. It's gonna take a lot for me to play 2 of him ever again. And then of course, onto our elemental heroes. We've got our 3 copies of Elemental Hero Stratos for consistency reasons. The only thing that really sucks about starting your turn off with Stratos is just the risk of Droll and Lockbird. So you just gotta take that risk sometimes because, you know, we're a rogue deck. We still need as much consistency as possible, and also due to the fact that he can destroy spells and traps. I literally had an opponent literally think, oh, you already used Stratos this turn. I'm like, no, it's not once per turn. He's like, really? I'm like, yes, he's not once per turn. Also, my matchups, even though it was just a 4-round locals, they weren't like, I wouldn't say the most difficult, but 2 of them were, and that would be like Rika Sun Avalon, and oh my gosh, I'm kind of blanking here, but I'll probably remember them when they were tough matchups, so don't think this was just because of a fluke. It's not. Most of the time, my matches are pretty difficult, and Joel and Lockbird is just, that's mostly what we're fighting against this format. It's hard enough that we gotta deal with just whatever boards these, you know, people make with just how many decks we gotta deal with right now, because people are just trying to find what's the right call right now due to just, you know, new formats. People are trying to find the right deck to play, and Joel and Lockbird just always pops up when we're in those kind of formats. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to deal with it for quite some time. But anyway, 2 copies of Shadow Mist. I know people are going to 1. I really don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but I disagree with it. I just always want to be prepared for the grind game, and just due to the fact that, you know, Dragon Link is a deck, you pitch your Shadow Mist with Ferris, and then before you even activate her effect, it gets bestialed or gone somehow. So that way, if you really need another search, you got another one in your deck. So I don't like playing 1 copy of Shadow Mist. I never have. And of course, we got 1 copy of Liquid Soldier. And to pretty much wrap up our elemental heroes, obviously we got Elemental Hero Neos, pretty much a must in every hero deck now due to the new support, like Wake Up Your E-Hero and Infernal Rage and just getting Shining Neos out. And of course, he is back, everybody. Elemental Hero Honest Neos. I can't tell you how many times I never really even imagined I'd put this card back in my deck. But there were so many instances where Honest Neos saved my butt. Like, just sitting on a Plasma, and you know, you might have needed to use DPE's effect to get rid of something, and now Plasma's just sitting there alone with 1900 attack. They're like, cool, I can easily get rid of this Plasma now. And they're like, okay, damage step, Honest Neos, and then they just can't get over it. And Honest Neos is just perfect for just OTKing your opponent. There was actually so many instances at my recent locals where Honest Neos pretty much helped me win the game. So Honest Neos, if you guys haven't tried putting him back in your deck yet, I would recommend it. Now for our Destiny Heroes, of course, we got the 1 Destiny Hero Plasma, 2 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious. If we had 3, we'd play them. 1 Denier, and of course we are still rocking the Destiny Hero Dark Angel, because giving that to your opponent pretty much makes you evenly matched proof. They can't start off their turn with heavy spells. They got to figure out how to get rid of this Dark Angel first, either with attempting to crash it or using it as link material when they summon another monster on the field, if they can keep that monster on the field. And plus, if you see Rivalry of Warlords, it's pretty much just an auto win. And that was it for our monsters. Well, the hero core, of course. We still have our hand traps, so we were rocking 2 copies of Ash Blossom and 2 copies of Joel and Lockbird. Really degenerate card. I really hate playing this card in the main deck, but you just have to in this format, which really sucks. I really like this card being in the side deck. I really hate when it's in the main deck, but that's just the kind of format we're in right now, you guys. So we still got to deal with it for I don't know how long, but hopefully it'll be over soon. Now onto our spells. Of course, we're doing 3 copies of Hero Lives. Even though I don't have the Blaze Man, it's just consistency, you guys. Like, I know we do deserve another E hero to summon off of this card, because for so long it's only been Stratos and Shadow Mist. We do need another hero to summon, but at this point it's just for consistency. And then Foolish Burial, Reinforcement of the Army, and E Emergency Call. I know it really sucks to just activate one of these spells and then you get hit with Droll and Lockbird, but that's just the kind of risk you gotta take when playing a rogue deck. You guys have to remember, we are playing a rogue deck. We need certain pieces, we need certain engine parts to be able to actually get our combo going, and if we don't see them, then we're just either passing our turn, bricking, and just letting our opponent walk all over us anyway. So you just gotta take that risk regardless, like if they have Droll or not. And if they don't, you know, you just run over them. So that's just the risk you gotta take. I'm all about consistency, you guys. I want to see my combo pieces. Just like we are rocking 3 copies of Fusion Destiny. Because of most of the time I play this at 2, just because we, you know, can easily make DPE now with just polymerization. But due to the fact that, you know, Droll and Lockbird is heavy in our format, we want to see this card, because if we use Stratos to search for something and we get Droll, Fusion Destiny is pretty much our just backup to being like, well, at least I can end on a Plasma potentially and DPE as well. So let's see if you can break through this pop and a skill drain. So we have to play 3 copies of this just because of Droll. Also because of Droll, we are rocking 3 copies of Mass Change. If we are able to get a Dark Body on the field first before we attempt to do any type of searching, if we get Dark Law out, they can't Droll and Lockbird. So obviously I want to max out on Mass Change just so I can get Microcosmos out before Droll and Lockbird hits. And of course, 2 copies of Polymerization, 1 Miracle Fusion. I know everybody just still plays the 1 Polymerization. I still honestly feel like that's incorrect. We're a fusion deck. We want to see our fusion spells. For the grind game, you have your 2nd Polymerization with, you know, Vion. If you're only playing 1 Wonder Driver, most of the time you're gonna the Wonder Driver is really gonna only honestly survive 1 turn. So you may only get to use your 1 Polymerization 2 times. I just want to be able to just opening it, because there's sometimes people will let Vion dump to search, but then they'll Ash the effect to search for polymerization, and then I opened up one anyway. So we have to see this card to go off, in my opinion. Because when our opponent knows to just stop us from getting polymerization, it just sucks. Like, we need to see polymerization. Obviously 3 copies would be too much, but 2 is perfect. And then for pretty much my disruption spells, we've got 2 copies of Forbidden Droplet. And I'd play 3, but I wanted to keep this deck, you know, as small as possible. Also because we're running impermanence, I think 2 Droplet was just decent enough. And 1 Call by the Grave, and pretty much my second copy of Call by the Grave is Cross Out Designator. I know it's not a super popular card right now, but I just figured I am so sick of Droll and Lockbird. So I'm honestly just treating this as a second Call by the Grave to potentially, you know, just have more chances to stopping Droll and Lockbird. You know what I'm saying? And also, Triple Tactics Talents basically just acts like a third Call by. I mean, I know it's not going to negate the Droll and Lockbird, but at least we can now rip another card out of their hand, see what they're playing, and just, you know, be able to punish them that way. And plus, Crossout Designator can stop more than just Droll and Lockbird. You could potentially stop an Ash, an Imperm, or any annoying thing that's also in our deck that we could use to stop our opponent as well. So I like the 1 Crossout Designator to treat it like another Call by the Grave. It actually came up quite a bit, to be honest. My last round, which was against Runic Sprite, I literally won that match because of Crossout Designator. I'm not even gonna lie. Game 1, I stopped Droll. Game 3, I stopped Droll. Like, this literally came in clutch too many times in that matchup. And on to our traps. 2 copies of Imperm, 1 Favorite Contact, and 1 Rivalry of the Warlords. Basically, I know it's not very consistent to just play 1. It's just, if you just see it, you see it. You know what I'm saying? You know, with Liquid Soldier being able to just draw us cards and thinning out the deck as much as possible, I saw it quite a bit. And of course, I side decked the other ones. So if we really need to see Rivalry of the Warlords, we just side the other ones. Plus, this with Dark Angel, you just auto win. But I only want to do 1 because you just never know. Like, you might run into a matchup where this is absolutely useless. But anyway, that was it for our main deck, you guys. We're going to move on to our extra deck here. We are doing, of course, 2 Cross, pretty standard. The 1 Infernal Divisor this is pretty much just the standard links. Like, if anybody's ratios for their link monsters are different, I would actually be really interested to know. So please let me know down in the comments if you run any of your link varieties differently. But this is pretty much, in my opinion, what everybody's already running. So we'll do that. And funny enough, the whole time I was playing at my locals, I never even realized that I was actually playing 14 cards in my extra deck. And I was just like, damn, like, I didn't really ever need that 15th card. But in all honesty, if we did choose a 15th card, it was actually a second copy of Elemental Hero Sunrise. It's our easiest fusion monster to make. You know, at this point, we kind of just treat Sunrise just for our Miracle Fusion Church. So he used to be one of our best boss monsters. Now he just gets treated as material and a searcher. But if we ever need that second copy, he will be there to back us up. And then Infernal Rage, of course, Absolute Zero, Shining, Neos Wingman, and Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. And for our Master Heroes, just 1 Dark Claw, 1 Blast. I mean, I guess the other Sunrise could honestly have been Acid, but on all honesty, I'm not summoning Ab-Zero as much really anymore. Absolute Zero is literally just that monster that's just literally there for backup. He's just one of those cards that's just like, it would just feel really silly to cut him, but that's really my only reason for Acid, is just because Absolute Zero just really does not come out as much. And then just last but not least for our Destiny Heroes, we're running 1 Dystopia and 1 Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer. Dystopia doesn't come up too much, But for some reason, there's just, even with 45 minutes, there are some times where I'm still going into time. And I didn't have Dystopia in my deck, where I literally could have just burned for game and he wasn't there. So we're never going to make that mistake again. Dystopia is probably going to stay in the extra deck for quite some time, just because there are so many matchups like that where it's going to come down to time and you're in your main phase, you don't have enough time to get to battle, so you got to make Dystopia and burn them. But anyway, guys, this is pretty much going to be it for my deck profile. It's really nice to be back, you guys. I appreciate all the support that you guys been doing, even while I've been away. I'm thankful for every single one of you. You guys are the reason I keep doing this, and I don't have really much to say other than I'm just very thankful for you guys. Really glad to be making content again. It just felt really kind of boring, not really making any content, working on any videos for almost a month. It's kind of crazy. But we'll be coming out with more content soon. I'm supposed to be changing schedules very, very soon. It was last week, and then they kind of just swiped it from underneath me, like, for some reason. Like, I was going back to mornings, and that would have meant more Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episodes, more chances for videos coming out a lot sooner than normal. But then they just put me right back onto the mid-shift, and so hopefully it's just one more week. I didn't get any confirmation this week because they said this week was supposed to be the week I go back, and they haven't said anything, so hoping next week. But anyway, guys, it's gonna be it. I'll keep you updated. I got another amazing video I'm gonna be working on that's gonna come out. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. But this is gonna be your boy Trinity Wolf signing out, and I will see you guys in the next one.